Have you experienced the awesome power of the Panasonic Real 3DO system? Obviously.
Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
3DO from Panasonic, Gold Star, and Creative Labs. A new low price and free games.
Mind-blowing graphics of Panasonic Real 3DO.
3DO.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 3DO Experience, the 3DO Retrospective Podcast, where we talk about all things 3DO, the company, the console, and everything in between. I am Bill, and this is Threk. How you doing, Threk?
Oh, Bill, I'm recovering. I've been kind of sick the last couple days. You might hear it in my voice, sniffles, coughs, that kind of stuff. But other than that, I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right, just getting through a week. 2026 is already 2026, so what are you going to do?
I mean, it's better. It's a better 2025 for me already, so that's a start.
Yeah, it hasn't been that bad, but I've been struggling with sleep this year. I don't know why.
I've had some rough nights sleeping as well. I just assumed that was like me, like anxiety around making sure I'm up for my new job and everything and kind of getting adjusted to that schedule. So it could just be that, or it could be something else. I don't fucking know. Yeah,
it's early years, the early year, like January. January is always kind of a rough month.
Yeah, in some ways, but it's been fine for me. I'm at my second full week of my new job. Everything's still going fine and dandy. So
that's good.
Don't really have anything to complain about. I mean, I could nitpick certain little things, but it's like, like you're never going to find your perfect job. So just find a good one. And that's what I did. So I'm probably just going to stay at this one for the foreseeable future. That seems to be the plan. So
good.
I haven't gotten paid yet, but you know how that works. They pay you for the week prior. So
is it weekly or bi-weekly?
It's weekly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So which is nice. So yeah, I'll get paid, and I get paid on Fridays now. So at the end of the week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get paid on Thursdays, which is always odd, but
I used to get paid on like Wednesdays. So, oh well, is what it is. So, but yeah. So yeah, this is our first proper episode of the month of the year. Really, not us just dicking around.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I have a couple of news things. I didn't pull a huge amount, but I thought these ones were just kind of relevant. So, or to us, I guess. Let's see. The first one is, Nintendo Switch 2 got a new GameCube classic game, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I think it just got shadow dropped.
It did. There was no promotion for this thing whatsoever.
There is a trailer now. I think it was like on Monday. They actually posted a trailer for it.
Why do I just feel like some intern fell asleep and forgot to post it?
That's honestly, that maybe, I don't know.
It is the most Fire Emblem thing ever.
Yeah, I'm glad it's there because now, that's another like must-have GameCube game, one that was like famously super expensive.
Yeah,
is now there, and when I do get a Switch 2 this year, hopefully it's still the same price because I guess Nintendo's looking at rising RAM costs. And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, they're probably going to raise the price, aren't they? So hopefully I can get one before they raise the price. We'll see. But that is when I get my Switch 2 and install the GameCube app. That'll probably be a game I play all the way through.
Yeah, being able to play it without having to shell out $200 is a plus.
Yeah.
Right there.
I've messed around with it on Dolphin. It's a neat thing, but it wasn't a game I was going to sit down and play the whole way through on an emulator. I mean, I probably could, but I was just, messing around with stuff and just, it was there.
It's definitely interesting going back to Path of Radiance, just like especially after playing like Awakening and On, where you're like, damn, these games used to be brutal.
Exactly. So yeah, that's out. So y'all should go play it. This one I thought was relevant because Peter Molyneux. Remember a while ago he made that kind of surprise appearance or whatever, and everyone's like, what the fuck is Peter Molyneux doing here or whatever? And he was talking about a new game he had called Masters of Albion.
Yep.
They dropped a trailer for it. It's coming out April 22nd. Yeah, it's an entirely self-funded game, being quoted as like an open world god game. Molyneux has said in a statement, it's the culmination of his life's work, a game that owes so much to titles like Dungeon Keeper, Black and White, and Fable. And I watched the trailer. You guys can find it. And yeah, it very much is like, yeah, like a god game with elements of Fable in there, because your character is like Big Hand, like that's what they call him, and like Big Hand does like the stuff, but also you can take control of characters. Like you can turn to Big Fist and then ram your fist into somebody, and it's just like you're playing them now, and the camera angle is very like Fable. You know, that's what it looks like. So it looks like it's trying to have elements of like populous god game stuff, but also mix in sort of that Fable RPG kind of a thing. Like it feels like he's trying to take all the stuff that he's done and kind of shove it into one game. I don't think it necessarily specified what it's coming out on. Oh no, it just said PC. So it's just going to be a Steam thing. I'll keep an eye out for it because it does look kind of neat. If you guys look at the trailer, it could be something, but also it could be a big ball of nothing. You never know with Molyneux, right?
Yeah, it's either going to be he's either not going to hype it up and it's like this hidden gem, or he overhypes it and everyone gets just annoyed by it. So.
Yeah. So we'll see. I just thought that'd be interesting there. But speaking of Fable, I don't think I talked about the Xbox Developer Direct yet, have I?
No.
Okay. So so Xbox is doing their, Developer Direct at the start of the year. They've done that for the last few years. That's on January 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern. And the games they are highlighting are Fable, the new one from Playground, Forza Horizon 6, and then also Beast of Reincarnation, which, if you guys don't remember, that is the Souls-like that's being done by Game Freak, of all people. And if you look at it, it has like a very, like, it looks beautiful. It's like Souls-like-y. It's kind of Black Myth. It kind of looks like all of them, right? But that's dropping in Game Pass when it comes out, and I'm actually curious to it because I've tended to like the games Game Freak makes that aren't Pokemon, like kind of consistently.
Yeah, when they actually have to try.
Yeah, when they just kind of fuck around and make whatever, and so I'll be curious to that. People are saying there is a secret fourth game that's going to be there, which, I mean, they've usually had a secret game or two in there anyways. It's reported that it is a smaller game from a first-party studio, which has people thinking, including myself, that it's probably another Double Fine game. Like, they just put out Keeper last year, but if I remember correctly, Tim Schafer had said after Psychonauts 2, he wanted to get back to doing smaller games with various teams kind of splitting up and doing their own thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if they have another game or two kind of cooking, that they're like, just going to start putting stuff out at smaller games at a more consistent rate, which I'm perfectly fine with that. They've had success with that in the past. So yeah, that's, so when that comes out, or when the direct happens, I'll take my lunch break and I will see what's going on because I am curious to it. Let's see. Apparently Call of Duty on Switch is imminent. I'm just referencing this because of Thrack Ops. That if you remember during the whole Activision thing, there was that legally binding thing that like, oh, they're going to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo platforms for like 10 years, right? That was the whole thing. But they still haven't done it. So, and we're still like, what the hell's going on? But apparently people have found code in the latest Call of Duty update that is actually referencing Nintendo platforms. Like they already have ones in there for like Sony, Steam, Microsoft, Ubisoft Connect, that kind of stuff. Because, Activision and Ubisoft have that weird cloud gaming thing because of the government stuff. And now they've added one for Nintendo specifically. So, so that says that, they're probably finally figuring out how to get Call of Duty on Switch. So, and probably for Thrack Ops' sake, I'll check it out. Just to kind of, because I'm curious to what Call of Duty on Switch would be. Because, like, is it just going to be Warzone? Is it going to be the latest entry, Black Ops 7? Like, is it going to be beefed up Call of Duty Mobile? I don't know. and it'll be interesting to see. So I'll try to make some documentation of it there, so you guys can find out for yourselves. So when I get more information, I'll let you guys know. And then the last thing, this is for you, Bill. The Persona 30th anniversary site quietly mentions the next chapter of the series. So this year is the 30th anniversary of the Persona series. And Sega is promising to mark the occasion with special events, anniversary merchandise, and more, which they've done before. They announced there was the Persona 4 Revival. It's going to release sometime after April this year. I don't think Revival's this year, though.
That seems quick, especially with how nothing that trailer was.
Yeah, I suspect around E3 time we'll get a big old trailer for it, and they'll probably throw like 27 on it and just leave it at that, right? But I think what has some people curious is there's a little snippet here that says 2026 marks the 30th anniversary of Persona. Come celebrate the journey with us as we usher in the next chapter for the series. And that subtly says maybe it's time for Persona 6, 2026. Maybe they announce it in June, the 6th month. Maybe they really hammer in the 6 to be cute. I don't think they've ever done that, but if it lines up that way, why the fuck not?
I just want to see a giant P6 so we can all be happy.
It'll be green. It's going to be very green.
They haven't done green yet, so like
no. I think in the room, like leaks of Persona 6, it was that it's going to be green.
That would work because I mean, like Persona 1 is purple. 2 doesn't know what it is.
Those don't count.
Hey, they were in the 30th anniversary poster.
That's
the
true.
only mention
That's
they're
true.
gonna. That's probably the only mention they're gonna get.
Yeah.
But hey, they were there.
See, wouldn't it be nice if they actually, instead of a Persona 4 remake, they announced a Persona 1 remake?
I mean, that'd be fine. I'd prefer a Persona 2 remake just because that's a better game.
But like both games deserve it. Like
Yeah.
bring them up,
or
like
at least
those-
a port. Give us a port.
Yeah, like they got to do something with those two eventually, right? I mean, maybe in the 30th anniversary, they have like secret, like deluxe remaster things for them that they just throw out there. That would be nice.
If they were able to give us like Persona 3 portable like on Switch, give us the PSP versions. I mean, they're right there.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I think people would be fine with it.
Officially give us the Eternal Punishment PSP like version because we never got that. We only got Innocent Sin.
Yeah, so but who knows? Maybe this is the year Persona 6 comes out. I mean, it's been in development for so long now that it could be a case of when they show it to us, they're like, "Oh, it's ready. Like it's coming out in November. Have fun, kids."
Or it'll be like 5 where they show us a picture of chairs and then we don't hear anything for like 3 years.
I think they intentionally avoided that this time.
Yeah.
And that they were just like, let's just work on it. And then when it's done, then we'll show you and be like, it's out in 3 months. Go play it. Which is, I prefer that because then it keeps the hype train going instead of constantly waiting every year to see if there's an update. They're just like, oh, here it is now. Hope y'all like it. You can go play it then. Because I think that would get people hype as hell to see a big unveil trailer for it this year, and then they're like, "Oh, it's out in August."
Yeah, no, I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean,
it's gonna be the first mainline Persona that's not console exclusive.
Yeah, technically.
I mean, they've multi-platted pretty much everything now. Metaphor was multi-plat day one, so it makes sense that Persona 6 will not be PlayStation exclusive, that they'll just put it on everything.
I mean, console exclusivity at this point is like a dead art unless it's like made by the company.
Yeah. And I can't,
Nintendo. Yeah,
and I can't see like Sony wanting to dish out like a shit ton of cash to keep that exclusive to them for like a year. I just don't see that. I don't think they'd be willing. I just don't think they need to do that.
Also, Sony's getting everything now anyways, so like why would they care?
Yeah, like unless they're still that butthurt about Xbox getting shit, but it's like who cares?
I don't think they are because they're giving shit to Microsoft. I'm pretty sure.
I truly think they don't care anymore.
No, I don't think they've cared for a while. The second Helldivers went on Xbox, I was like, yeah, it's over, guys.
Yeah. So Well, we still haven't gotten anything from them since then, but who knows?
To be fair, with what's really been going on gaming wise?
Yeah, and Sony hasn't really been doing much of anything. They've just been
Marathon. Aren't you excited?
Oh no, but I don't care about Marathon.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but yeah, that's everything really. So Nintendo did their year in review thing. So if you want to see what you played on your Switch, I didn't play that much. My son played quite a bit, but I didn't.
I wonder if that carried over to my Switch too.
It probably
I'd have to go check.
Yeah, I know when I get a Switch 2, I'll probably play that a lot more because it'll just be like kind of like a new toy vibe, but whatever.
Did we want to cover the supposed leaked Steam console price, or do we want to wait till we get something official?
I've heard like 2 different ones now. So there was one that came out that was like $1,000, and I went ew, and then I think it was today. I got I think it was like Rick from Pixel Project, shout out, sent me another like somebody else leaked a different price that was that it was going to be like between, hold on, where is it? Yeah, where the fuck was that? Because I know he sent it to me at some point today. It was at some point today because I was just having to look at it. Here it is, where somebody else on like Twitter just said that they said the leaked prices were wrong. So the original leaked prices was like the 512 gig was going to be like $970, and then the 2 terabyte was going to be like over 1,000, right? And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, that thing's dead on arrival. Who the fuck's going to buy that? Like, that's like the only people who are buying that are people who don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, that's a crazy price. But according to somebody else on Twitter, again, I don't know how legit they are, so whatever. They're saying, good news, the leaked prices are wrong. It looks like for the 512 gig, it's going to be $600, and the 2 terabyte is $700. And $700 for the 2 terabyte, I would probably buy it at that price. That's not a terrible price. Or technically, I could get or save $100. Well, because it's like $600 for the 512 gig or $700 for 2 terabyte. That's a big gap in like memory space. So it's like, just pay the other $100 and just get the 2 terabyte. I'd probably buy that, especially if it comes pre-installed with Half-Life 3, and it comes with that weird controller that's like, it looks like ass, but if it comes with it, I'll try it. And if I don't like it, I could just plug an Xbox controller and be fine. So
it would be
but I would pay $700 for that because I think that would be a half decent price for that thing.
I'm not saying they do this, but it would be one of the most insane, like, evil things they could do.
What's that?
They put Half-Life 3 on it, but the only way you can play Half-Life 3 is via the Steam console.
They wouldn't do that.
I know they wouldn't, but wouldn't that be the evilest thing?
It would be, but Valve isn't really.
No, that's why I'm saying they wouldn't, but like that would be like
but also I don't think Valve are like this like perfect hero good guy that some people try to make them out to be. Like some people simp for Valve a little too much just because they get games for good prices. You know what I mean?
Games that they don't play.
Exactly. I mean, Steam is great. Steam is great, and Valve has done a great job of keeping it sustainable and basically like turning the entire PC gaming market into a quasi monopoly due to them. Basically, they've done that. Good for them. And they've not been infected by the power that holds. So which is great. I do think Gabe is like a good guy in that way. As I think it was like the old Abraham Lincoln quote, like, if you want to test a man's character, give him power. And Gabe has proven with power, he is still like, a gamer focused kind of a guy. And I respect that, and it does have me worried when he, eventually passes, what's going to happen to Valve. But that's probably a good ways down the road. But yeah, if those prices are what the actual Steam Machine prices is going to be, then yeah, I would actually probably buy that because that would be a much better price. I think that's a lot more fair. I think $700 for that is better than $1,000 because $1,000 is like, that's insane, especially for what it is.
Yeah. I'd say at 1,000 just get a PC, but that's not really cheap anymore either. So
Though I think for $1,000 you could probably get a more powerful PC than what the GameCube is.
probably,
So
especially with how powerful pre-builts are now.
yeah, but 700 I think that would be fair. I would buy that and I would probably be happy with it. I'd probably play a lot more like PC games using that thing. I'd probably and I would just, connect to my TV and play whatever random shit on there. It'd be fun.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's everything.
The only other thing I got
under 20 minutes. Haha.
The only other thing I got is we got new Nintendo music.
Oh, we did, huh?
Yeah, we got 2 things. We missed because we didn't. It came out after we recorded.
I never use the Nintendo Music app, which is crazy.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't either.
Though I remember when the Donkey Kong Country 1 soundtrack came out, and then I put Aquatic Ambience on like where you can extend it to like 10 hours. I did that, and that was nice, Like they put very high quality versions of the music out there, but
that would honestly or like Sticker Brush Symphony would be great sleep music.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like I don't have good like headphones for laying in bed listening to stuff because the little earbuds I have just wouldn't work. I've thought about getting like those wraparound ones that wrap around your ear and don't sit in your ear. Like those would probably be better for that. Because I miss listening to ASMR in bed.
Yeah.
Let's see. What did we get? Oh, we got 2. We got 2.
Yeah, one of them's a tie-in to something we just talked about.
We got Path of Radiance and Mario and Luigi Brothership, a game that half the time I forgot even came out.
A game that is very good, but also like
not according to Aaron.
That's fine, Aaron. He can have his opinions.
Well, I think his problem is it's just way too long. Like that game's like I think he's at like almost 50 hours. And I'm like, for a Mario and Luigi game, those should not be like 50-hour RPGs. That's
been a problem with the Mario and Luigi series since Dream Team.
Yes. Because when I played through Superstar Saga, I don't even think I crossed 30 hours when I beat that. I don't think.
Superstar Saga is fairly quick if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Bowser's Inside, Partisan Time it's quick if you know what you're doing. A lot of people don't in that game. And then Bowser's Inside Story can be long, but it's also fairly quick. Dream Team's where it really started to get stupid.
Because I remember Dream Team just had a lot of like tutorialized sections.
It had a lot of tutorialized sections, and they were really pushing the 3D with like the bros moves to the point where a lot of them just go on for so fucking long. I'm like, I liked Dream Team, but at the same time, I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah. That was sort of my issue with Dream Team. I never finished it because I liked the idea of it, but at a certain point with an RPG, like you have to stop talking and just let me play the game.
The thing about
but also is in that era where a lot of Nintendo games were treating you like a fucking 2-year-old.
See, the thing about Dream Team was like I almost feel like they overcorrected because that was right around the time Sticker Star came out and like Color Splash was on the way, and people were kind of like that Nintendo was really like just like nerfing all of their RPGs.
Yeah.
So I feel like Dream Team almost like goes too hard into hugging nostalgia because holy shit, the start of that game, it's like, hey, do you remember this from Superstar Saga? You remember this from Bowser's Inside Story? Like,
yeah.
So, good game though, regardless.
See, I always would have been interested in a Switch port of Color Splash. I didn't think I like when Origami King happened, I was like, it's never gonna happen. But like, I would have played through Color Splash on Switch. Absolutely.
Color Splash is a perfectly good action adventure game. If it wasn't a Paper Mario RPG, I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. It's the fact that it's got Paper Mario on it.
It's kind of the same with Origami King. Like the only thing I don't like about that game is the combat. Everything else is great.
Origami King was a step really in the right direction of getting that series back on track, but it still has problems.
Like I like the story. I like a lot of the new characters. The visuals are great. The few times you have to attack like the paper mache enemies, like in the overworld, like I was thinking with that game, if they just wanted to turn Paper Mario into like a Zelda Light, just do it. Just go for that. I think it would be fine. you
I
know,
mean,
but then they felt the need to have this like really, I mean, it's an interesting combat system, but it never really develops or really goes anywhere that interesting.
mm,
It's like they just had the idea. It's almost like the Wii U itself. Like they had an idea. They're like, oh, that's a neat idea, but they never got it. But they never went past that stage of like, oh, well, what can we do with it? And then when they got to that point, they're like, we don't really know, but they had already committed, you know. But I think the success of the Thousand Year Door remake
and
probably
our Super Mario RPG as well.
exactly probably I'm assuming the next original Paper Mario game is just going to be an RPG.
I
think
hope so.
I think they've just said like, okay, cut the crap. Let's stop trying to be weird. Like this is clearly what people want. Let's just do it.
Mm.
You know, like if they want to innovate on the combat, sure, I'm fine with that. You know, but just make it another goddamn RPG. Like stop trying to reinvent the wheel. You know, they're overthinking. Just stop overthinking it. Just let it be what it is.
Yeah.
So, anyways, on to our game for the week. Oh boy. Well, can I say I didn't play a lot of this game, and it wasn't 100% my fault because for some fucking reason I could not get this game to run properly.
It was janky when I ran it because I don't own this game. I emulated it.
Yeah, I checked eBay. The prices are ridiculous, so I didn't even bother.
You know what's really funny? I watched a review of this game like after I played it just to see what other people thought, and the guy in the review said he got a complete box copy for $30. And I was like, "When did this review come out?" It was like 2011. I'm like, I see.
That's still too much for this game. Jesus Christ!
This game's not worth $1. As far as I'm concerned.
So you probably had the same issues I had, which was I just, you know, went to my normal or place to find ROMs, downloaded it, and then everything seemed fine-ish, and then I loaded into the fights, and then the fights were just way too fast. Like the gameplay was just ridiculously fast.
That's not an emulator problem. That's just the game.
Are you serious?
Because every review says the same thing. That's the game.
I swear, I thought that was an emulator problem. Because I'm like, there is no way.
That's why I watched the reviews, because I'm like, there's got to be. Like literally the review goes, this game runs too fast. I'm like, okay, so, and he was playing off the disc. Like, he was playing the legit disc.
Because when I was playing it, it was like crazy, you know?
That's the game. Like, that is just the game.
Holy fuck. Like, I tried different ROMs I could find online, and like I couldn't get it to run in RetroArch at all. It just refused. But it ran in 40O just fine. And then at one point I literally like underclocked the fucking 3DO to get it to run at like 30 FPS. And it felt somewhat playable then, but even then it was still not great. And I kind of just gave up because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. But learning that that's just how the game is kind of solidifies what I was going to say anyways. And this is the worst game we've played on this show.
Yeah, I wanted to start this off by saying I fully apologize to Way of the Warrior. Like, that game's bad, but like that, at least it's playable.
You made me do it. You're making me say something nice about Way of the Warrior. It is a better game than this because it actually fucking plays. Like, it also, like, it has some character. It has, you know, the white zombie music that helps. But yeah, like, Way of the Warrior is playable. This is unplayable. Like, I couldn't fucking figure it out. I never won a single round. Not even like the whole fight. I didn't win a round, and I tried, dude. I fucking, like, even at like cutting the frame rate in half and slowing the game down to try to get it to more playable, I started to figure it out. But I think the game fucking cheats, because at one point I got an enemy down to like this little sliver of health, and then out of nowhere they just started spamming the shit out of me and beat me, and they weren't doing that before. And I'm like, so this game is unfair. And learning all of this, I'm like, that kind of solidifies again what I was thinking. Outside of this being the worst game we've played on the show, I think this game was a fucking cash grab, and I think it's a scam.
From what I've read, there have been interviews. So I was looking deeper into this game because I was like, How is
Okay.
this
I
game?
was too busy. I couldn't deep dive, unfortunately.
So I was curious where I knew of this game, and I found out it's AVGN covered it. Not
Oh,
the
did
game.
he?
He did a compilation of Mortal Kombat ripoffs. And
Oh yeah, I don't remember that episode. I remember that, but I don't remember watching it.
I rewatched it because I'm like, he talked about this game, and I found it's in there. And I think it wasn't him that brought it up. I think somebody interviewed someone related to this game, and they flat out basically admitted that it was a cash grab.
Yeah, like honestly, it feels like a fucking scam. You know, that like if you bought real money for this, you were duped because you don't have a game here. You bought this because you're like, oh, it's, you know, a Mortal Kombat with digitized characters, whatever, right? And then you get it and it's an absolute piece of crap that nobody spent any time on. Like it's like there's nothing here.
Well, you know what my other theory on this is? So the game was developed by Tribeca Digital Studios. They made a grand total of one game, and it was this. And there is like nothing on this company. There's another company that apparently has the same name, but it's completely unrelated. Like, it's not this company. This company legit made this game and disappeared.
Yeah. These people should be, well, probably statute of limitations, but these people should be arrested for like fraud because how many people did they steal money from making this?
The question, that's actually a thing, though. I don't know how many people bought this game? Like, that's the real question.
I mean, too many. Like, one is too fucking many.
Like, because, like, I was looking into it, like, there isn't a ton of fighters on 3DO, and, like, this is, like, one of the ones that pops up, and I'm like...
And it's bad. Like, it's so bad. Like, oh my God. Like, even if the game ran at an acceptable frame rate, it's like the controls are bad. Like, I don't think the C button does anything. And like this game makes Kasumi Ninja feel like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
This game makes Kasumi Ninja look good, like graphically.
Yeah. Like at least Kasumi Ninja is a game and there was some effort put into it. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't work, but it like much like Way of the Warrior, it has like a character, it has an identity. Like a lot of these Mortal Kombat ripoffs, or at least some of them, I think some of the more notable ones, took that idea and tried to make their own spin on it, you know? And even if they're not good, I can respect them for having like some creative integrity. This has nothing. Like, every character is super generic. Like, the intro is like a helicopter flying around the Statue of Liberty.
The background's not even like, animated.
Yeah, it's a JPEG or like whatever image format was before JPEG, if there was one. I have no idea. Like, it and like the Statue of Liberty, it looks like somebody peed on it because it's all yellow for some reason. And I have no idea if there's a story here or anything.
There is, but the story that you get doesn't match the endings like at all.
Okay.
Because I looked up the endings. Like, some of them are like they claim a character is this thing, and then the ending completely contradicts that. And I'm just like, they just wrote these and didn't even try.
Yeah, like, again, there's clearly no effort put in this at all. There's nothing.
It's
like these are people who thought they could just make a quick buck like on like a video game because they saw something that was super popular, was, you know, like catching everything by storm, because this game came out in 1994. So Mortal Kombat came out in 92 and was, you know, like after I think it was Mortal Kombat 2 kind of solidified in 93, like this ain't going anywhere, right? And that's after Mortal Kombat 2 is when you started to see the ripoffs come out. Like 94, because if I remember correctly, Mortal Kombat 2 was 93 and then Mortal Kombat 4 was 95. So there was a gap. And even though there were, I think, console ports in that year as well of the main arcade games, but then that's when you had all of the clones start popping up, you know, because everybody was trying to get in on it, and they all do the same fucking thing, which is they just think all they did was just VHS camera film or even Betamax camera film the characters, and then that was it. because every game that tries that, it always looks like shit. But you go back to Mortal Kombat, they all look good.
Yeah.
Like really good, because they did a lot more than just film them. Like they put them, like if you watch documentary stuff, they go in and like, into like Photoshop and other programs and like clean up the image and like will draw extra textures on there and refine things. They'll even like cut out frames of certain things so it like just looks and runs smoother and it feels good, and that even though they're digitized characters, you don't get that kind of sluggish feeling that you would get from that. And none of these others ever fucking do that. None of them. They don't put any of in that extra work to make it a feel-good fighting game. They just think, oh, this is just all we have to do, and it's cheap and it's scummy and I hate it. I hate it.
This one was, I knew this one was bad going into it, but I didn't realize it was this bad. Like,
neither did I. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh, this probably isn't going to be really anything, but maybe I'll get some laughs out of it. No, I couldn't even laugh at it.
I
was just baffled. I was just completely like, I felt like I got ripped off,
So the only funny moment I had playing this, and it's just for the sheer absurdity of it, was the only match I won was I was playing as Viper. And I just, by that point, I was done. And I just fucking mashed the fuck and somehow won.
Yeah, I couldn't win a round, and I tried. I just couldn't do it.
The thing that's like, the only reason I got a chuckle was Viper's only like quote is he just screams incoherently for no reason. Like
that was me playing the game.
See, the thing with me was it was after I won, it just was that, and I'm like, this is what I'm thinking right now, and I got a chuckle. And that was it.
I don't have much to say, but like they didn't bother putting any fucking effort in it, so screw them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like the voice work is pretty bad. The music is generic and boring. Graphics look like ass. Like,
God, it's so lack of effort, and like the stuff they're wearing is either like stuff they bought at like a fucking Goodwill or like a Halloween shop. Like I bet the people doing this are just like either like people on the dev team or just people that know the dev team. You know what I mean? Like not paid actors or anything like that. Like the whole game just reeks of like bargain bin budget crap, but not in like a charming way. Because, Way of the Warrior at least has some charm to it. Because they actually did put some effort in, and there is some like funny bad stuff in there, and they had enough budget to get White Zombie. Like there's something there. Like the Sumo Ninja, there's something there. It has like the Scotsman shooting a fireball out his dick. Like that's great. That one bit is better than this entire game.
Like Way of the Warrior, like at least was competently made and is a functioning game. It's not a great fighter by any means, but like it's fully functioning. They did it the right way. Like you get the fun little joke about how the neighbors thought they were filming a porno, like fun stuff like that.
Yeah, this game makes Way of the Warrior feel like Virtua Fighter 2.
Yeah, honestly. Like
just fucking terrible. And yet somehow TNC Soft in Japan published this, of all fucking companies. I mean, should I be surprised? They're the ones who did Hide Lied. Should I be that surprised?
No, it was basically just a case of like, sure, why not?
I guess. Well, they also publish a couple of other like 3DO games in Japan, like some of the golf games and one of the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So it wasn't like the only thing they did. So they're probably just thinking like, oh, 3DO has a bit of a Japanese market. Let's see if we can get something out of it. So,
like,
fair.
It's a great sign when on the Wikipedia page, underneath the gameplay section, it simply says, "Shadow War Succession is a fighting game that uses digitized characters."
And they had to have 2 annotations for that one sentence.
Yes, they sure did. There is a plot. I don't feel like reading it, but sure.
How the plot's probably like in the manual or something. I don't know.
Probably.
I couldn't get anything, but again, I couldn't stomach more than like 20 minutes of this fucking thing.
My favorite is there's a tab for development and release, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
That's a great sign.
I don't think I want to know. there's probably like somebody at gunpoint involved in this or something.
Probably.
But the reception is, oh my God.
So I want to know. So GamePro gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Next Generation 1 star. Electric Games F.
Hell yeah.
Maniac 16%. Player One 30%. Ultimate Future Games gave it 44. I don't know what they were thinking. And Video Games 2 out of 10. It simply says Shadow War of Secession garnered extremely negative reception. Journalists of release era universally panned every aspect of the game, including its scenario, selection of fighters, gameplay, sound design, and the quality of animation of its digitized sprites. 3DO magazine editor Mark Wynn concluded 3 minutes of play should guarantee Shadow's swift exit from your 3DO player, forever banished.
A definite set of instructions on how not to write a video game.
Yeah. And there is a point down below where someone says, several publications heavily preferred Naughty Dog's Way of the Warrior, another critically maligned 3DO fighting game.
Again, at least that game is something, right?
At least like that game, Naughty Dog, would go on to do better things.
Yeah, like I don't like to rate games like 0 out of 10 because it's like, oh, if the game actually plays, then at the very least it's a 1, right? Because at least it runs, right? But this game barely fucking runs. It's borderline unplayable because there's nothing there. Like you can't, because really the joy in a fighting game comes from like learning a character, learning their special moves, learning their combos, like kind of getting into the rhythm of everything. But with like the rapid speed of everything, you can't. You just pick a character and just mash the button and pray to God you win.
Hope you get lucky.
And most of the time you don't. Because again, I feel like the CPU fucking cheats.
Yeah, I know, right? Probably does.
It's ridiculous. And I guess there are no fatalities, even though at the end it always says like finish him or whatever. Like straight up just says that. But then there's like nothing.
Nope. Nothing at all. It's embarrassing, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
we recently played another game that is that's considered one of the worst games ever made, and that game is a masterpiece compared to this.
Oh my God! Oh, that game's like fucking Portal 2 compared to this.
That game's at least entertaining for what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that game has worse reviews, which is saying something.
I mean, I could see why. I think expectations were different between
between
those eras. It's a pretty big gap, but at least that game is like entertaining and funny bad. Like you can get some like this is like you enjoy it the way you enjoy like a B movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas this, like, I was just mad and upset and pissed off, which is like not something I normally get playing a video game. And it's like, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Like,
I had more fun playing a Cyberdillo.
Like literally every other 3DO game we've played is better.
Neurodancer was more fun.
Even the porn games were better. And they're not even games.
Yeah.
But they're better because you can get something out of them, some private time. Like this just like, again, I'm trying to thinking of all the bad 3DO games we've played. There's quite a bit of them. They're all better than this one. Every single one of them.
Even Petanque is better. Petanque is frustrating.
Oh, well, Petanque, again, it's an interesting idea that just wasn't very well executed, which I think is just kind of the 3DO in general. You know? And I can forgive Petanque because that's a hard idea to really figure out and get right, but it's unique enough. That's like, yeah, I'll give that a pass. Like Neurodancer as well. Like that game is shit, but at least there's something there.
Yeah.
Like it. Like even like I didn't really care for like Fatty Bear, but like that's fucking Mozart compared to this.
Yeah, that's at least something. Like there's a game there.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of other like real bad ones we've played. Like Captain J was better.
Yeah, and I couldn't
all
even
the like. Again, I will say I think this is the worst game on the system. I think we found it.
It's.
I will be shocked if there is anything on this system worse than this. I will be shocked because I don't.
Yeah.
I think we hit the bottom. I think we did.
Yeah, like jokes aside, like I'd rather play Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. Like,
Oh, that game's awesome.
I mean, that game's fun for reasons, but like if you take away like the whole whole mystique around it, like even like watching a slideshow is more entertaining than playing this.
I mean, you might not like visual novels, but again, it's like with that, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah,
Right? And it gives you exactly what you're expecting. Like a visual novel is supposed to be like this weird, entertaining thing that happens to you, right? Because Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is one of the first visual novels, right? And you know what
Yeah.
that is going into it, right? This game, you were promised a Mortal Kombat style fighting game, and you get something that is completely unplayable. Like the worst Mortal Kombat port you can think of is light years ahead of this.
yeah,
You know, like Mortal Kombat on Game Boy is better.
yeah. Mortal Kombat 4 on Game Boy Color is better.
Oh God, yeah, it's way better than this. You know, like Mortal Kombat. What's the real shitty GBA one? I think it's Advance.
Advance.
Yeah, like that one is. God, it's like compared to this, it's like playing Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
this is literally
this
like
feels like my AVGN moment where it's like this game shits for the birds, man.
this game literally if there was a checklist for like everything you need to technically qualify as a game, this does like the bare minimum of each check.
Yeah, this is like the D+ of video games.
Speaking of,
Where
I'd
it's
rather
like-
play D. I would rather play D.
I would rather, again, D was an interesting idea that for its time was very innovative.
Hmm.
It didn't age super well, but
No,
but that's again, that's something, you know. And I
Hell, I'd
and I can
rather
have a
play-
little respect for D. Even hearing like colleagues of ours tell us how much they really liked D gave me a bit of newfound appreciation for it. You know?
hell, I'd even rather play the fucking Doom port.
Oh God, yes. Oh, because at least Doom's a good game.
Yeah, I mean it runs like ass, but at least there's something there. This is just
Yeah, it's because it's Doom, and it does a better job of getting to what Doom is supposed to be than what this game's trying to be.
yeah. I remember going back to I re-listened to our Way of the Warrior episode after playing this because I was curious. Casey actually mentions this game during that, and he says it is worse, and I agree. It is.
Casey, you are 100% correct. Did I said anything? That was so long ago. I don't remember what I said.
I think you just basically like we'll see when we get to it.
Well, we're there now,
Yeah,
and
we saw.
goddamn, it is. Holy fuck! I almost played Way of the Warrior just to compare. You know?
I'm pretty sure the way it came up was because I think we had mentioned because I think you said I don't think we'll find anything worse than Way of the Warrior, and then Casey had brought that up, I believe.
Well, damn it, Casey, you were right. You know what? You were right, and you deserve all the flowers for that, for knowing. I'm gonna double check that probably like tomorrow at work. I'll listen to the Way of the Warrior episode and clarify that and go, God damn it, he was right.
I swear he brings it up. I forget.
I should
the
know.
context
Well,
is.
I can't doubt Casey. He's more of a 3DO expert than we are. So
Yeah. But yeah. So must play. Okay, stay away. I'm just gonna put
stay the fuck away.
I'm just gonna put the poop emoji because that's how I feel about this game.
Burn it with fire, like literally, like throw it into a burning building attached to a stick of dynamite, and make sure it explodes into a million pieces, and then crush those pieces with like a steamroller so that gets to like a fine powder, and then get a vacuum, and then vacuum that powder up, and then take that vacuum and throw it in the ocean, so that it is completely gone and will never come back. I put a curse on this game, though it's already bad enough.
And if you're a 3DO collector and you see this game, don't buy it.
For the price that it is, do not. Trust me. I said something. I was almost going to say you'd be better off buying the Guy game, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I don't want that in my collection.
At least Shadow isn't illegal, though it should be.
That we know
It
of.
should be illegal, though. Playing that game felt illegal.
Yeah.
Like, I've played Flash games that were better than that. Like, real bad ones, too.
I've played like Newgrounds games that are
like Newgrounds games that are just like, oh, it's funny, we say the N-word a bunch, we're white people. Like those are better made games than this.
I was just thinking of like that dumb Princess Peach porn platformer that's been going for years.
Oh yeah, that's way better than this.
That's a game. Like that at least goes somewhere.
Like if we sit here and think about it, is this the worst game we've ever played? Like just in general. Like I would play Big Rigs over this. I would play Superman 64 over this.
Do you count Big Rigs as a game though?
It counts, unfortunately.
But you can't win. Like, is it really a game?
I mean, it is a interactive experience.
I used to always joke saying Big Rigs isn't a game; it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, but at least it's fun.
It's entertaining for like 5 minutes.
Like, I would rather play Bubsy 3D than this.
At least Bubsy 3D, that company,
it's a game. At least it's a fucking game.
And they like genuinely thought they were making like the next big thing.
But yeah, like legitimately thinking about it, I don't think I've played a worse game in my entire life than this. I really don't think I have.
I mean, yeah, I've played
I've played some crappy games.
I mean, we just played what is considered one of the worst games ever made, and I genuinely would play that again over this.
Oh yeah. Dude, I would play that game for like 100 hours before I considered playing this again.
Yeah, like this is by far the worst game we've played for the show, and probably ever.
I can't think of a worse game I've played in my entire life. My entire life of how many games? Like my backlog just recently hit like 1,000 games I've backlogged or whatever, and this game is in there. And looking at all the other games that I've rated like the lowest you can, a 0.5 star, I would play every single one of those before this. Every single one of them.
Yeah, this was almost like embarrassingly bad.
Humiliate. Like this is like if I was the head of a video game company and somebody presented this to me as a product, not only would I fire them, I would do my best to be sure they never got a job in the industry again. Which I know sounds harsh, but it's like clearly like go make bread or something. Like this isn't for you, man.
Like what's crazy is when you go on like Moby Games, which usually has at least something on every developer out there, there is straight up nothing about Tribeca Digital Studios. Yeah. I'm convinced they were literally just this fucking snake oil like salesman or something.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it worse to me is that this game is just shit. Like also like one of my most hated games ever, Pac-Man 2. I would play that over this.
Oh man,
that's saying something. Or let's see, yeah, Cyberdillo, I rated that low. The Game Gear port of Terminator 2, the arcade game, that is trash. That is bad. I would play it over this.
I'm trying to think, like, what's the worst Sonic game officially? I'm pretty sure even all of those are probably more playable than.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which side. I'd just play it just because it's Sonic.
Fair, fair enough.
Yeah, Sonic 06 is like Mass Effect 2 compared to this, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what would be considered the worst Sonic game at this point.
I mean,
Sonic Boom's a better game than this. The GBA port of Sonic 1, which is really bad, is better than this because at least it's Sonic 1. At least it's just a bad version of a good game.
Yeah. Free Riders. I would play Free Riders over this.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely play. Yeah, any dog shit Kinect game I would play. I've never even played a Kinect, but I would play any dog shit Kinect game over this.
I've played Free Riders and I hurt my back playing it. That's how bad that game is.
But at least she didn't hurt your dignity by playing Shadow War of Succession.
Playing it is generous. I basically experienced it.
I tried, man, and it was just, oh god. I think this is like the worst game I've ever played. I'm gonna definitively say that, and I really don't think at this point in the series we're gonna get anything worse than this. I really don't. I genuinely can't. Even if we get to like some more of those like non-game softwares, and maybe some of them like piss me off or like have stuff in them that are weird or whatever, they'll still be better than this.
Yeah, I mean, we got some more Army Men games coming up that are going to be questionable at best too.
Yeah, but I can't imagine they're this bad.
No,
they can't be.
I mean, we've got the mystique of Portal Runner coming up, and I've heard so many mixed things on that game. But
my favorite, I don't know if I ever mentioned it on the show, but I like on YouTube, I just found like this one random like YouTuber, and she was just like buying the most random ass PS2 games and playing them, and one of them was Portal Runner. And I watched her play, and she came out of it going, I kind of liked that. That was kind of fun. I liked it because she sees these games from a different perspective than we do, So like, she's like, oh, I had a PS2 as a kid, but like I played maybe a couple games. I don't really know much, but I was just kind of interested. So I bought a PS2, and I'm just going to stores and just picking out the most random fucking games I can see and just seeing how they are, And I like that vibe. I love that vibe.
It's one of the best consoles to do that for because there's so many games.
Oh, yeah. So much dog shit on that.
I know. The thing about Portal Runner
But is there a game on PS2 worse than this? I don't think so.
The guy game, I guess. But
I mean, that game's illegal, so it has an advantage.
I'm sure there's a bad PS2 game.
Oh, there's a ton of them. I just don't know if any of them are this bad.
Yeah, I'd have to. Problem is, I probably haven't played any of them, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I haven't really played that much PS2 in my life, so I've played. I was just saying, looking at the grand scheme of PlayStation games, I will be shocked if I've played more than 10% of them, to be honest.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess
it's enough shitting on this game, huh?
Yeah, I guess any thoughts on what we're going to play next week? Or
I didn't even pull up the list. I should have. Let's see. I'm going to pull up my list that I made the other day.
Seeing as I picked this abomination, I think it's only fair that you get to pick the next thing we play.
Well, let's finally, I want to do this for myself. Let's do Hell, a cyberpunk thriller. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. It's one of the last like handful of physical games for the 3DO I have.
Okay.
So let's do it. It's got Dennis Hopper in it. That's already a step up. All right. If it's got Dennis Hopper yelling hell, then I'm going to be happy.
As long as he goes ba-bomb, I'm fine. So.
Heineken, fuck that shit. Pabst Blue Ribbon. What movie's that from, Bill?
I couldn't tell you right now.
Blue Velvet. Go watch it. It's a David Lynch. Great movie.
Okay. So we'll do Hell next week. I'm sure Hell will be better. This game should be called.
The bar is already in hell. It can't get any worse.
And on that note, once again, guys, thank you for joining us on the 3DO Experience. So you can find 3DO Experience on all the podcasting platforms and check us out on the Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site, a whole bunch of awesome shows. Be sure to check them all out. And on that note, once again, guys, thanks for joining us. We will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with?